Yeah, well, I often will look at branding as the cream on top.
Yeah,
You never do marketing for the branding. You
yeah.
do the marketing for the leads, and then the branding is the offshoot of that. It's sort of the residual that comes along with just being in front of people.
Yeah. Yeah. I was on an interview last week with someone and they said, "How important is your logo?" I said, "Well, if you're Nike or Uber or Coca-Cola or Kellogg's, it's very important, but they're one in a million, you know. So if you're paying a graphic artist, who these days is called ChatGPT, but if you're paying your graphic artist a bucket load of money for a logo, then stop. Because, if I asked you, could you draw the Woolworths logo? And I've done this, when I'm on stage in front of 50 or 100 businesses, I'll say, who can draw the Woolworths logo? And the pathetic attempts at it, just ridiculous, of course. They know it's a W, but it's just awful. And then I bring the logo up on the screen and I say, well, none of you got close to it, but who in the room of 100 business owners can tell me the Woolworths tagline? And of course, 100% knows the fresh food people. And I
Yeah.
came from having been the national marketing guy for Woolworths, so I didn't come up with the fresh food people, but I was there throughout that time. And so I know how important the tagline is. And I keep on saying, if you're going to give emphasis to anything on a branding basis, don't give emphasis to your logo, because the chances of you being Pepsi, it's probably 1,000,000 to 1. What you should do is give reference and really high focus on your tagline. We are the fresh food people. And if you're a car mechanic, we fix cars fast, or whatever it may be. But make sure you concentrate on the tagline, not the damn logo.
Yeah. Well, often with logos, I have two pieces of advice for people. It's your logo just needs to meet the professional standards. So it doesn't
Yep.
look like you did it in Word.
Yep.
As long as it meets that, it looks like it was done by a graphic designer. That's kind of check that box. And the other thing is I think as a business owner, you need to like your logo.
Yep.
Because you need to be proud of it in the sense of you're not ashamed of sending people to your website or ashamed to
Yeah.
put that thing in front of people. If it meets those criteria, it's usually good enough for most small businesses.
But I mean, for any business outside of the big guys, I mean, we all know that we buy Toyota because it's Toyota, and we buy Kellogg's because they've built up a brand over 50 years. We understand that. But if you're a startup, or even if you've been going for 5 or 10 or 15 years, and you think people are going to recognize your logo, most of the time you're on drugs, okay? Because they're not recognizing your logo. So yeah, I agree with you, Ben. Be happy with it yourself. But if you think it's going to be as vital as the Apple
Mm.
logo, then yeah, you're on serious drugs.
Yeah, well, I've heard of it often called productive procrastination, where people go and redesign their brand and redesign their logo and redesign everything, and it's just like that they think it's working on the business, but it's really
Yep.
just more time doing stuff that's not really going to move the needle.